everybody, this is Rhys Barber from Audiology Associates. Thanks very much for watching our earwax removal compilation video today. We've got two patients in this compilation video. Very different waxes actually. This first patient, very sludgy, soft, sticky wax in this one. Now this does happen. We've talked about this before. If patients use a lot of drops in the ear canal, and bless them, patients are really struggling at the moment. It's a long wait. I think you've got to wait about 3 weeks to come in with us at the moment. It's quite a long wait to come through. Patients get desperate. They start throwing all sorts in there, and there are loads of different drops that people can buy to throw into the ear canals, and a lot of the time it makes the wax really messy and mushy, and it ends up everywhere it shouldn't be. And that's kind of what's happened here. Now what you'll see with this particular ear canal, you saw that front section there was really sticky, but when we get in a little bit further, as we start to draw this away, you can see you've got some hard kind of plates in there, but it just looks really messy. This wax is just everywhere. So I'm going to pop the crocodile forceps in to grab hold of this little plate. There we are. Let's draw this down now. Let's see how big this is as it comes away. There we go. Out that's coming. You can see it drew a lot more with it as well as it came away then. Long strip of dry material running down that one side of the ear canal. Let's see how that looks in there now, whether it looks a little bit less messy. Just going to tidy up the entrance here just a little bit. You can see a piece of dry skin that's actually come away. Can you see how that's working out? What I'm doing here is pulling down and drawing backwards, so I'm trying to detach that skin as it goes along. There we go. We've got another piece here to the right hand side now. Let's see if we can detach that from the canal wall. This is the only difficulty when you have a lot of wax, especially this very dark wax, when it coats the entire canal wall. When you shine the light in from the endoscope, unless you've got a very bright light, and then it causes a few issues when you're looking at the exposure on the endoscope as well. But the wax will almost absorb the light as you're shining it in there. You can see here it's got a little bit kind of misty on the outside edge. Trying to draw these pieces down. Normally what you get is a reflection of the light off the canal wall. Look how that's coming away. Lots of dead skin in here. Another long plate as well. I think we're going to go to the crocodile forceps. There we go. Let's see if that's going to come out nicely for us. They don't always, especially if you can't get a good grip, a nice sort of solid grip on the outside part of the ear canal. Look at that pulling away. You can see it's all peeling and detaching from the canal wall. There we go. Very thin layers. But if you imagine you've got all these thin layers completely surrounding the canal wall and then going down over the front of the eardrum, it forms a really good seal. I'm just lifting back off the canal because this wax naturally wants to flick back to its original position. So you have to keep kind of maneuvering it. Oh, that's a good clamp on that one. That's really nice, good firm grip. Out. Oh, that looks like there's a lot coming out in one go. Look at that peeling away. This kind of drawing this deeper sections away there. I'm trying here to bunch as much of this wax into the suction as we can. Imagine you've got lots of very straight or angular pieces. The suction's trying to get a grip, but it can't. If you can bunch a lot in there in one go and kind of pucker it all in together, then you're going to be able to get a good enough grip to draw this out. That's what I'm doing here. There's a lot of dead skin in here though. Look at that. We've got to work really close behind the tools here as well with the endoscope. You can see I'm kind of lifting this bottom section, trying to draw the top section down. It just does not want to. Oh, look how that is peeling away. There is so much dead skin in here. Right, let's try and sort of do a circular kind of scooping motion. Pick the bottom up, pick the sides up, pick the top up, all in one go. Is that going to draw this out? As I nudge, you can see I'm dropping further and further back here to try and find, I'm dropping back into the wall, to try and find the edge of this. I'm going back myself. So as I'm lifting this off now, there we go. We've lifted that section out. Can we get a pair of forceps onto that section? Just there. Are we able to clamp on? Not quite. And you can see how that, as we get a grip on the hairs embedded in there, we're lifting this up. There we go. Is that going to draw the next section down? It's going to certainly take this front section, the closest section to the camera away there. Lovely. Oh, look at that coming away. That whole back section came away with it then, all embedded together there. Let's just tidy this a little bit up. You can see a couple of little stray hairs Are they from the head or are they gone in? There we go. You can see the eardrum in there as well. So that patient was really struggling with it. Oh my goodness, look at those long strips of skin. So we've got between 0 and 1.5 centimetres, that's wax. Between 1.5 centimetres and 3.5 centimetres, that's skin. And then the remainder is also skin. So inches wise, so about 1/2 inch to about 1.25 inches. That is a long strip of skin that came away there. So you can see some real kind of chunky bits in. Oh, this patient was lovely. This chap came through feeling really, really blocked up in both ears, bless him. He came through as a recommendation from another patient, but you can see we've got this really, really hard plug of wax in here. And I've got him with a suction tube. I'm just seeing if I can kind of roll this down. Now you notice there's a little dent on the front there, which if you watch the channel a lot, you'll know it's from using cotton buds or Q-tips. Patient couldn't remember using any, but it does look like he did. So we've got him with a Jobson horn here. You can see as we push down a little bit of oil. Now the difficulty is this is tough, a really, really tough piece of wax. So I'm trying to roll it because I can't get far enough behind it to draw it down. And as it kind of kicks up, you'll have little angular pieces that will just press against the canal wall. So the patient did say, oh, I could feel that moving a little bit, that it did feel a little bit uncomfortable. So we're trying here to roll it gently down the canal, not to, so more draw it forwards than spin, if you like. But it's a really, really hard little ball of wax. And there's a very, very similar problem as well on the other side. So very, very similar issues there. So that's come away nicely. Let's take a look behind that. There we are. There's the eardrum looking nice. A little bit dull, if anything. It looks like there's a little bit of a lack of light reflex there. Now this one does look a little bit softer. So I was wondering whether this would actually come out using suction rather than using the Jobson horn. So we've got this kind of protruding bit here that's just big enough to get a good grip on with the suction tube. So holding on, there we go. Wiggling very slowly. I think this one draws so far and then gets stuck, if I remember correctly. Yes, it does. So rather than go over, because the patient found the Jobson horn a little bit uncomfortable in the other ear, I've got him with the crocodile forceps here just to see if I can draw it out that way rather than rolling over the top of it. Are you going to come away? Let's hold on to that bottom section there. There we go, just starting to draw this down. You can see that little bit of skin that's underneath there, and we're using that, I've used the term before, like a skin sled. So we're just trying to sort of draw this down using that bit of skin. It's a long old piece of skin, actually, that one. You can see it's a fair size. So that was sitting underneath this plug. Is it gonna come? It looks a little bit messy now on the surface. We'll try this little bit of skin here. Let's see if we can draw it the rest of the way with that little bit of skin. Are you going to be our friend and pull this out? It's not looking promising. No, unfortunately not. You can still see it going. Look how far underneath that went. So this is this kind of layer that sits right underneath the plug you've got there. It's quite a long strip, that one. Oh my goodness, yeah, very long strip. So that's come away nicely. With that gone, we may be able to suction this out now. So I've got a feeling that was what was holding this plug in. I'm trying to turn to get to a smoother side of the surface here. There, oh, there we go. Little bit of a wiggle and out that comes. There we are. Let's take a look behind that now. Make sure that looks lovely and healthy as well. Oop, sneak over the top. There we go. There's the eardrum there. You can see it quite a pronounced kind of bump, and it actually twists as well, much on the other side. So these are the two little hard wax balls that we removed here to 1.5 centimeters. And then there's 2 bits of skin then that we took away as well. So up to 3/4 inch, that's the skin, and anything past that then is those hard wax balls. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I did voicing it over. I have a longer one on Monday. We actually had a mastoid cavity clearance that we did, which was an unexpected one. My goodness, that was a tough one to do. So stay tuned for Monday for that one. I'm just about to voice that one over now. So yeah, I'll rest my voice up a little bit after that one. So guys, as always, have a fabulous weekend. I shall see you bright and chipper on Monday. And as always, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of your ears, and take care of one another. And I'll see you again real soon. Bye, everyone.